Forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe, do not get involved emotionally. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Wow, But Raoul wasn't shot through the heart, though. If he was, the hole will be on the other side of his chest. And, Mr. Faraday has a cut in his arm, which is on the right. So, yeah. Anyway, let's examine the bruises, the cuts. There's a knife wound in the chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Bell's holding. Labby! Yes, sir! Verifying now, sir! Make it quick. From the looks of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Bell is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Wait, Mr. Mackerel has his eyes open. That's creepy, man. There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen, like the one that stains his hand. Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear because Detective Bad is always telling me you should always write your name on everything you own. Yes, somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. Aw, pal, why you gotta go and say that? Shots in the chest. It takes some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't any burn marks in his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? A round grows very hot as discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks usually left when a shot is fired in point-blank range. Here we go, Mr. Realm must have shot from at least a yard or two away. You sure know a bunch of stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Excuse me. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Bell and fired. However, Mr. Bell managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case. And before you guys say anything, I'm not gonna do that meme, alright? What a crazy way to go. Still, Something about that explanation doesn't seem right. I believe now I have a firmer grasp on what happened here. I still want to check out. Yeah, I think we had this conversation already. Wait a minute. If Faraday had the knife in his, if Faraday had the gun in his right hand, shouldn't Mackerel have a hole in the left side of his shirt? And Mackerel, since he's holding the knife in his, also holding the knife in his right hand, shouldn't Faraday have a cut in the left side of his shirt? Then why would the cut and the bullet hole be on the opposite sides of where it should be? Figurative fingerprints a gun leaves on a bullet when fired. Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the markings on the bullets, you can tell which gun they came from. Yeah, it is. Of course! I already knew all about that, pal. Maybe you'd be better off going back to the academy. The academy. Come on, sir. Cut me some slack, will ya? I don't want to go to the academy, Daddy. I'm not your father. I love you, Daddy. If you guys watch Phineas and Ferb, you would get that. That's from one of the episodes, I forget which. So the bullet was fired from the gun that had felled Mr. Rell. Dude, his eyes are open! Why? Looks like Mr. Faraday was stabbed with the knife that Mr. Rell is holding. Yosh! What's wrong, Detective? My stomach started to hurt from thinking about just being stabbed. Just keep your mind on the case, alright? It makes some logical sense here. The fountain pen pocket and the ink stain. Here we go. That's splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be from the ink from his. Yeah, I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Oh, let's ask the lab guy. Detective Gumshoe! I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. I see, good work. You know, I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen on his left hand, I think it would be fair to assume that he was left-handed. Then why is he holding a gun in his right hand, though? It appears Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. If you say so, pal. if Faraday was left-handed, then why was he holding the pen in his right hand? I mean, why was he holding the gun in his right hand, I meant to say. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. No, we can't conclude that quite yet. There's still something very peculiar. I find very peculiar here. The theory that they simply killed each other is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there is actually a contradiction that shows there is another possibility. No way, pal. Really? I suppose I would just have to show you the conflicts in this crime scene. I guess, well, like I said, how why would he fire a gun from his right hand if he's left-handed? Right? And present the pen? There you go. Dude! It's the hand! Alright? I guess I was presenting the wrong hand then. No, wrong spot. Wrong spot. That was the wrong spot, man. There it is. I guess the A button's for examine. Never mind. There you go. It's the X button. And when the music is off, that means you got something. Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and that is this. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed, or was. And yet, the handgun is in his right hand. Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold a gun in his right hand? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the greatest contradiction haunting this crime scene. Hey, you're kinda right, pal. That does seem kinda strange. But, how could something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion, and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bags scattered on the floor, and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. Investigation complete. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next part. And remember, this has been another objection solved. Bye, sis.